Alright guys, thank you very much for joining. In today's video we are looking at how to design an envelope in Photoshop, envelope invitation or envelope design in Photoshop. Okay, so you see that I have created my canvas already. That is going to new document, then you select DL in landscape form. Okay, and here are my details in Microsoft Word. So let me change the color, and then I have my text in. I'm using Poppins, okay, for the text. Okay, Poppins. Sorry if I don't get the name right. Then here I was looking for some previous design that I done. That is the good thing about the graphic design. Like I didn't want to look for the logo again, so just went back to some of the old design that I have for the same person or the same church. Then I got a logo from there. Then from here I look for a design that I previously did, so I'm going to copy these details because I didn't want to create it again, because literally the same thing that I am trying to replicate. Okay, then I decided to make everything black, okay, to kind of synchronize with the design. All right, so we are using the Poppins font, okay, Poppins font. And you see me that here I was trying to kind of position everything, also make everything align with each other. So that is what literally when you are designing you'll be doing a lot. And then from here I wanted to add the main text, okay, the main text of the design, that is media harvest. So just copy that, and I wanted to throw more highlights on the harvest. That is why I separated it from the first one, and I got a different font, okay, for that, to make that dream come true. And also I think I'm going to throw more light on the media just by picking a little bold font than the previous one. So adding this a little element help you create something that is unique, something that is good for your client to be more appreciative of your work. All right, then from here I wanted something to create for the background, so I went to one of my favorite sites I download files, that is png.com, and they have some art on it. That is a way for them to finance the website, to download a harvest, like something that replicate harvest, to kind of help me complement the background that I wanted to create. So I think I downloaded one of these things. Let's see what I actually got from here. I don't even remember. So these are some of the things, or where some of the things that we go through, like some kind of things that we do, to bring design from. So later on, I think I just came back to Google to search for this image that I use in the design. Okay, so this is going to be for the whole background. Okay, so you see that you can't actually see this one. That is why I lower the opacity. Okay, and this one replicates harvest. Okay, so the maize or the millet, whatever it is like at its harvest peak. Okay, that is the time that they can just get a final product of that and use it. Okay, then from there, since I have that, I wanted to throw more light on my text. So using, like, I kind of blend the background, like painting a little bit white on it, so that my text is going to pop more. Okay, and here too, I wanted to throw more light on the text by making the media the color green, and also making the harvest a different color that was red. And as you can see, I was trying to also be in the same color scheme of the from what I was trying to design. Okay, if you see the logo, normally when you are designing something, you can literally base on the colors of the logo. Yeah, most of the time that is what you're supposed to do. But sometimes you can just ignore that, pick some colors that is going to really help the design to stand out. Okay, so here I was just figuring out how to bring the other details, like in aid of acquiring church instruments, stand out. Okay, so you kind of go back and forth, you add some shape under it, you see it's not good, then you try something different. Okay, So making designs is not that easy, just that most of the times when you are doing something, the process, or like how you went through to bring out the product doesn't really matter, but what really matters is the final product. That is what you guys normally see, but this is what we actually go through to bring some of these things to life. Okay, so here I was bringing the theme to life. I even forgot and positioned it at a wrong place, which later on I realized it and did it. But I think I didn't show that one here in this video. But that was how I was able to bring the theme, and even the text, like the text for the theme, I even changed it earlier on. Yeah, I changed the text before actually submitting it to the client, and also because this text wasn't like showing up, and it wasn't supposed to be here. Yeah, it wasn't supposed to be there. So the reason why we have Canva on our thumbnail is because you can actually edit this PSD file in Canva and use it. Okay, so first of all you have to open your browser and search for canva.com. So when it opens, you are literally going to click and drag the PSD file. So this is the PSD file. Okay, you are going to click and drag the PSD file into Canva. Okay, so you click and drag that, and you are going to wait for it to do its own thing. It's going to upload it, and you will have access to edit the content in it. Let's say if you don't know how to use Photoshop. And also we have another app called Photopea. Let me see if I can show you. So this is the Photopea, and you can also edit PSD file over there. Okay, so let me show you that one too as we are waiting. Okay, so we have the Canva already open in Photoshop for us. So what we are going to do is that we are going to click on it. So it's going to open just like this. So let's say you have your own church and you would like to get a PSD for this PSD file. So let me just search for church logo. Oops. All right, so let's download this and use it for, let's say, your church logo, and then we are going to give it a name. So right click, then save that. Okay, make sure you notice where you are going to save it to. I don't think this one is going to work. All right, let's see this one. Save. All right, so we have the JPEG version. All right, so let's open Canva. Then you select this one. We can literally delete it or right click on it, look for the layer. Okay, so show layers, and we can hide that layer. Where is that layer? Ooh. Okay, so this is a layer, so we can, let me see if we can hide it. But literally you can just delete it if you want to. So maybe if you want to hide, you can just bring it up there and select that and you delete it. Okay, then we upload a new element. So let's go to element. Okay, upload. Okay, so upload files, then you look for your logo. You double click on it to open that. Okay, so you see the logo just uploaded over here, so we can just click and drop that here, and we can remove the background. But it's telling us that we should buy Canva. We should purchase it before we can remove the background, but don't worry, we can use Recraft. Okay, to remove the background. So Recraft, and you remove the background over there, then you bring it back to Canva. This is literally not a Canva tutorial, but I just wanted to show you guys how you can edit PSD file in Canva. So maybe if you need that PSD file, just search for all template, okay, on Google, Then you open that, you open the first link, and you are going to see too many PSD files over here. So okay, all of these are PSD files which you can edit that in Photoshop. That you see that everything is well arranged, as you can see, and you can also edit it in Photopea. Photopea. All right, Photopea online, and start using it. So with that, you can also click and drag the PSD file into Photopea. Agree. All right, so let's do it again. You see, I just uploaded that, but let's go to Canva, and let's first of all open my downloads. Click and drag this here, then remove the background, and we are going to export that. Okay, so it's exported, so let's delete this one and upload a different file again. Oops, no, let's go, allow, no, okay. All right, so this is the image. Okay, so once it's finished uploading, we can just click and drag that one here, undo. All right, so this is it. Let's scale it and you position that. Then you can also change the text name. You can just pick the text tool, come here, and let's say God is a good chapel. All right, so you literally, then let's say yours is not let's say annual harvest. Okay, all right, let me expand this. Okay, annual harvest. So you have that, and let's change this font. Okay, so you have to pick a bigger font, this one. All right, okay, just like that, and you can just make your text bigger, and you can change the auditorium, like you can change everything and it becomes yours. You see that this one, you just have to expand this to have everything in place. Why do we have that one there? All right, so as I said, you can just literally change, let's say, let me change the date from 6th to, let's say, 10th August. Okay, 10th August. So it's very, very easy. It's very, very easy. Then when you are done, you can just export your design for printout or for sharing that on social media. Okay, so export. Guys, I haven't been using Canva a lot. That is why I'm finding it difficult to see all the information that I'm looking for. Public view, template link, present. Okay, so save as, download, Instagram. All right, so where how do we actually export it out? It should be at the share. So let me check the download. Okay, so so here PNG download, and you see it is just downloading. So you literally have to, so let me show you the final product. Okay, so this is the final product. If you get, so you just have to you see that we changed this one in Canva, everything. We remove the background at some place, brought it in back in Canva, edit it. Okay, and you can see the Photoshop version. Okay, so you can get a PSD file from the store or template paste tag, and any template that you find out here, you can edit that in Canva if you want to, and you can also edit in Photopea. Okay, so it's the same thing. You see here, you even get the layers. It works like Photoshop. Then you select with a text tool, God is good. Let me type it in caps. God is good chapel. Okay, you come back to the move to, let's change this one to annual harvest. Okay, so you can literally make all the changes that you want, and here when you are done you click on export JPEG. Okay, then you get the screen settings. Okay, and you click on export, and this is the final outcome. You see, God is good chapel annual harvest. Okay, so that is how you can edit PSD file. This one is literally for people who want to use their mobile money accounts, Momo, to pay for something like that, especially in Ghana, Nigeria, and also when you are in other parts and you want to use your debit card, credit card, MasterCard, PayPal, you can come to paasolocreates.gamro.com, paasolocreates.gamro.com. You see the name here, paasolocreates.gamro.com, and you are going to have access to the same files as well. All right, so once I was satisfied with what I've got, at that time I decided to move on to adding the theme for the program. And here choosing the font, I think I used the Poppins font. Okay, then that was the font. You have to kind of go back and forth to actually know what you are trying to do. So that is what we are doing over here. And also, please, if you need this PSD file, I think I have combined another 2 more beautiful, elegant PSD file of the same thing. If you guys need it, you can check the link in the description below, or search your template, or paasolocreate.gamro.com and get the PSD file to use. Okay, so here I wanted to throw more light on the theme by bringing drawing a line all the way from that end to that end, and also adding the quotes for the theme as well. Then from here, I think it's going to be a basic stuff by adding the text, like adding the other details like the date, because definitely when you are hosting a program, it must have a date, it must have a time and venue. So that was what literally we were doing over there. So here we kind of go back and forth using the pen tool, using the text tool, and also the rectangle tool or the shape tool to kind of bring this one to life. So you see that here I literally first of all centered it, and later on I decided to know we don't have to center it, let's bring it to this side. Okay, so literally today I just wanted to try and take you guys through from the beginning. That I think I pre-recorded this video, and when I was done with the design, I am making the voiceover for it for you guys to actually see what we actually go through to bring this some of this design out. Okay, so you see how we are doing this. So kind of go back and forth, do this thing, try a different thing, and you see what works best. Okay, so when you get something that works best, that is what we are going to end up with. Okay, so you see this is the theme. It's supposed not to be there, it's supposed to be the other side, but I think I was blown away, like my mind was at a different place. So it is what it is. And this was the number for RSVP. Like if you want to reach out to the person leading out this program, you can just reach out to the numbers on the screen. Okay, maybe if you want to help with the harvest, whatever that you can do to help God's work, that here is the time. Help, the date is just coming July. Okay, so we have a little bit of time. And here I wanted to throw more light on the date, the venue and stuff. So we have to create a new layer, paint white on it, reduce the opacity. You kind of like all those types to help throw more light on it. And then we have to also bring a sense of like actual fruit, like maybe it is harvest time. So you have our basket that contains the fruit, showing that harvest time. Let's contribute, help the work of God. Okay, so basically that was the actual idea for this design. I hope you enjoyed this video. Don't forget to like, follow us, and subscribe for more. Okay, see you next time.